Ever find yourself zoning out halfway through a page, only to realize you've read the same sentence 3 times and still can't remember what it said? Or maybe you're staring at your test grade, that sinking pit in your stomach whispering, "I deserve better." But you can't figure out what went wrong. Today I'm giving you 5 study tips so effective they almost feel illegal. We'll kick off with a brain-hacking mnemonic, then dive into methods used by top students around the world. These aren't just theories, they're the tools used by students who slash their study time and ace their exams. And you're next. Let's start with something you've heard of, but probably never mastered: mnemonics. Not just acronyms like PEMDAS, but visual mnemonics, turning complex info into bizarre, vivid images your brain can't ignore. Why it works. Your brain is wired to remember images, emotions, and stories way more than abstract info. How to use it. Let's say you're trying to memorize the cranial nerves. Instead of rote repetition, imagine a cartoon scene. A factory, for facial nerve, sprays tears and saliva everywhere, while a giant ear, vestibulocochlear, explodes from the noise. It's weird, but that's the point. Real student example. One med student shaved 4 hours off his anatomy review by doing this. Every nerve had a character, a setting, a weird story. Common mistake. Don't overcomplicate. Your visuals should be quick and absurd, not artistic masterpieces. Don't waste time drawing, just see it in your mind. If you think this is the only habit that'll skyrocket your grades, just wait until you hear the next one. The second tip, the Feynman Technique, named after Nobel Prize-winning physicist Richard Feynman. Why it works. Explaining a concept in simple terms forces your brain to find true understanding, not just surface-level familiarity. How to use it. After reviewing a topic, close your book. Then pretend you're teaching it to a kid. If you can't explain it clearly without jargon, you don't fully understand it. Real-life use students who use this technique before exams reported up to 30% better retention because they didn't just recognize info, they owned it. Common pitfall, don't fake it. If you're just summarizing notes in a robotic way, it won't work. You need to actively engage, challenge your logic, and teach it like you care. The third tip is a game-changer: spaced repetition. Your memory works like a muscle. Reviewing content right before you're about to forget it strengthens recall dramatically. Use flashcard apps like Anki or RemNote. They time your reviews perfectly. That way, you're not wasting hours rereading what you already know. You're targeting your brain's weakest spots. Language learners use this to become fluent in months. Medical students use it to memorize thousands of facts and keep them locked in for life. Don't overload the system. Spaced repetition is only powerful if you stick with it. Add new cards gradually, quality over quantity. Here's the raw truth. Rereading is a trap. It feels productive, but it's passive. Active recall flips the script. Instead of consuming, you produce. The brain grows stronger when it struggles to remember. Every time you pull knowledge from memory, you reinforce the connection. Read a section, close the book, and write down everything you remember, or use practice questions, or teach it to a wall. It sounds odd, but it works. One student improved her bio-exam score by 23% just by switching from highlighting to active recall 3 days before the test. Don't wait until the night before. Active recall needs to be baked into your daily sessions, not crammed at the end. If you study in long, unfocused blocks, stop. You're not lazy, you just need structure. Enter time boxing plus the Pomodoro method. Short sprints of focused work followed by breaks keep your brain sharp, not burned out. Set a timer, 25 minutes work, 5 minutes break. After 4 cycles, take a longer break. It eliminates decision fatigue, procrastination, and guilt. You're either on or off. No in between. An engineering student who couldn't sit down to study for more than 10 minutes now clocks 4 hours a day with 0 burnout. Don't cheat during breaks. No TikTok spirals. Get up, move, hydrate. Let your brain breathe. So let's recap. Turn boring facts into unforgettable visuals with mnemonics. Teach it to a 5-year-old using the Feynman Technique. Hit your brain's sweet spot with spaced repetition. Make your memory sweat with active recall. Own your time with Pomodoro plus time boxing. These aren't gimmicks, they're your new toolkit for academic domination. And here's the challenge. Start using just one of these today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Drop a comment with which tip you're going to try first, and why. And if this helped you, like, share, and subscribe, because the next video will be even more powerful. Now that you've got the basics down, let's take it a step further. Welcome to the realm of advanced memory techniques. Here, we'll dive into the memory palace, a method used by memory champions to store vast amounts of information. Imagine walking through a familiar place, each corner holding a piece of what you need to remember. Next up is chunking. This technique breaks down large pieces of information into smaller, manageable chunks. Think of it as turning a phone number into smaller, easy-to-recall groups. And finally, visualization. Transform abstract concepts into vivid images that stick in your mind. Picture the information as if it were a movie playing in your head. These techniques will supercharge your memory and make learning not just effective, but also fun. Stay tuned as we explore each one in detail. Note-taking is an essential skill for effective studying. In this chapter, we will cover various note-taking strategies such as the Cornell method, mind mapping, and the outline method. First, the Cornell method. This system helps you organize your notes by dividing the page into sections, cues, notes, and summary. It encourages active engagement with the material and makes review sessions a breeze. Next, mind mapping. This visual technique uses diagrams to represent information, making it easier to see connections and relationships between concepts. It's perfect for brainstorming and understanding complex topics. Lastly, the outline method. This traditional technique structures notes hierarchically, using bullet points and indentation to show the main topics and subtopics. It's a straightforward way to keep your notes organized and easy to follow. By mastering these note-taking strategies, you'll be able to capture and retain information more effectively, making your study sessions more productive. Stay tuned for more tips and techniques. Taking breaks is crucial for maintaining focus and productivity. Schedule breaks effectively to recharge your mind. Continuous studying leads to mental fatigue. Short, regular breaks refresh your mind. Activities like stretching or walking help. Avoid overstimulating activities. Study smart, not just hard. Your study environment plays a significant role in your ability to concentrate. In this chapter, we will explore ways to optimize your study space for maximum productivity. First, let's talk about lighting. Good lighting can reduce eye strain and improve focus. Natural light is ideal, but if that's not possible, use a bright, cool-toned desk lamp. Next, consider the organization of your space. Keep your study area tidy and free of clutter. This helps to minimize distractions and allows you to concentrate better. Use organizers or shelves to store your materials neatly. Finally, minimize distractions. Choose a quiet location for your study sessions and, if necessary, use noise-canceling headphones. Turn off notifications on your devices to avoid interruptions. By optimizing your study environment, you'll create a space that supports efficient and effective learning. Stay tuned for more tips on mastering your study routine. Technology can be a powerful tool for studying. This chapter covers apps and tools to stay organized, manage time, and enhance learning. Digital note-taking apps like Evernote and OneNote keep notes searchable and accessible, include images, audio, and links. Time management apps like Todoist and Trello help create to-do lists and track progress. Educational platforms like Khan Academy and Coursera offer expert-taught courses. Quizlet helps create and share flashcards. Focus-enhancing tools like Pomodoro timers improve study efficiency. Utilize these tools to streamline your study process. Stay tuned for more tips on mastering your study routine. In this final chapter, we will review and recap all the study tips discussed in this video. Let's summarize the key points and provide some final thoughts on how to implement these tips effectively. First, we explored mnemonics, powerful memory aids that help you retain information more easily. Then, we dived into the Feynman Technique, a method that enhances understanding by teaching others. Next, we discussed spaced repetition, a scientifically backed approach to revisiting information at increasing intervals. We also covered active recall, which focuses on actively retrieving information from memory. Time boxing with the Pomodoro method was another crucial tip, helping you manage study sessions in focused bursts. We then introduced advanced memory techniques and effective note-taking strategies to further boost your learning. Managing study breaks and optimizing your study environment were also essential aspects covered, ensuring you maintain peak productivity. Utilizing technology for studying was our final tip, showcasing apps and tools that can streamline your study process. By integrating these tips into your routine, you can create a more efficient and effective study plan. Remember, consistency and practice are key to mastering these techniques. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more study tips and tricks.